You guys ready? Oh, okay. All right, Sean getting that text. All right, bro. But that's from Maria.
Micah's mom.
No, there's not Micah's mom.
That is Micah's mom.
Okay.
Micah's mom. Who's Micah? Micah plays for the Seahawks.
Not that
Speaking about Micah, here we go, guys. We are in our game of the week here. This is the Seahawks versus the Texans. This is our first ever 245 game this year, and this game should be a great one. Last time they played, I believe it was a close game, probably a 2-score game, very competitive. We got Chris here. Again, this is Chris's farewell tour, saying bye-bye to Timoteo. This is his last 3 weeks. Come show love to Chris. But Chris, what are your thoughts on this game? Now, you were kind of like in... are you the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks? No. Oh, okay, because you've definitely been involved in that. I see you there every practice. Okay, gotcha.
But I haven't been allowed to give any input on the offense.
Wow, but you and Devon and Ortiz are so close.
Well, yeah.
What are they? The number what ranked offense?
They got to be high.
Yeah.
Fifth.
So
right?
Texans are second.
Yeah, Wow.
Interesting. But they don't... Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's fair.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
That's all right. Fourth on defense. The Texans are second on offense, which is interesting enough. They're using my plays.
The Texans are.
Yes.
Yeah. So he accepted that.
Offense.
I didn't teach him it, but I gave him.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So they're second on offense. And out there, teach
So
them.
the plays are so good that just by using them, it works. You don't even... Gotcha.
Yes.
But
So anyway,
Seahawks,
just a tidbit.
Interesting.
But anyway, this is going to be an interesting story. Now, the Texans, this is an interesting story because the Texans, this is only their third year in the league. First year they didn't make the playoffs. They were like a butt team, like everybody's butt team. But unlike some teams that make it to the playoffs the first year created. It was,
Right, like the Eagles.
Right. And the Texans last year, interesting enough, in the second year, he won a game against the Chargers and won his first playoff game in the second year, right? And so now...
No, against the Seahawks.
No. Last year, the Texans beat the Chargers first round.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You weren't even here, bro. Relax.
Oh, my bad.
But the Seahawks, and this is interesting. Jesse's been coaching the Seahawks for 20 years.
At least 20.
At least, yeah.
And has never won a playoff game. Sometimes they've had some of the best teams I've ever seen in Timoteo history. They've had some of the best players in Timoteo history, and they have not won a game yet.
It's crazy.
Okay, all right.
Crazy.
I mean, this is, close, right? A third seed versus 6 team. So it's not crazy you think that they could be an upset.
The head coaches played together at one point, right? On the Packers?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
no, Jesse was gone
by the time
Jesse's
Teacup got
old,
there?
Yeah, because Jesse's been coaching for 20 years.
Oh, right.
So they,
I
they
just
were on both.
okay,
No,
but
They did.
I don't know. I don't remember. But
Maybe.
Teacup has more playoff wins
More playoffs wins.
in 2 seasons than Ortiz has in his 20 years
20
coaching.
years.
20
Yes.
years.
It's amazing. So I mean, that's really the storyline. I mean, this, you talk about David and Goliath. I mean, this is huge. To get over the hump to win a first playoff game is difficult. Obviously, it takes some people 20 years, 25 years.
I mean, you did it your first year.
Yeah, it didn't take me long.
Yeah. You did it your first year.
I didn't get a playoff win.
Oh, not a win, but you made it.
But we made it.
Yeah. So,
you'll be right. Yeah, never mind.
but I think this is going to be a great game, nonetheless. And so, it's if the Seahawks can play to their full potential, we'll have a game. But if they choke on the sidelines and they get in fighting and this and that, this could be a blowout. So
on the sidelines, you mean the coach. If the coach falls apart,
yes.
Got you.
And we know Teacup can keep his cool on the sidelines.
Obvious.
That's how he does it.
Yeah.
More the players, more the coaches acting like they want to fight everybody else's sideline. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, so the players that don't even matter in this game. You just watch the sidelines, watch the coaches, because that's where the real entertainment's going to be this week.
And I'll tell you what, I spent a lot of time on the Texans sideline. You know who? No, just because that's family, right?
Yeah.
But you know who's really...
Ortiz not family?
No, Ortiz is like more than family. Like whatever above family, Ortiz is that. Can I get my point out? I'm just trying to get to a specific point. I want to shout out the coach on the Texans staff that nobody ever gives any love to, and that's Berto. Yeah, Burlack, right? Like he is really
One
instrumental.
of the greatest quarterbacks in Timoteo.
Absolutely, right?
Saying.
Like he's instrumental in that. Coming from your offense,
yes,
right, knowing your plays
He
and then implementing them
well.
into. Yeah, absolutely. So I think is he the offensive coordinator? Okay, relax. We're not talking about that right now.
He only had 1 year.
You good? You all right?
I'm trying to figure out.
I just don't think he gets enough credit, like as
He's the mastermind over
one
there.
more year, he would have had
That's
a
what
coach.
that's
If
the
I had him one more
perfect
year,
word.
Not
he
as the
would have won
quarterback.
it.
No.
As the coach.
Mastermind
Of the Texans,
of
the
the
mastermind.
coaching
Yeah, for
staff is absolutely
it's
Berto.
Berto.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the reason why that offense is gelling.
It's clicking the way it does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's the reason why.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Sid is arguably the best quarterback in this league.
Yeah.
And arguably have the best team in the league, and all that is Berto. Berto's been the one that's on time every time to practice, has been on time to every game.
Warms them
I've
up.
watched their whatever these wannabe head coaches. I think they're more like assistants.
Yeah.
Late to games because they're getting haircuts, or can I get the last game because I want to get a haircut in the morning, or
Right.
you know what, Berto, you sit there and take care of it. I'll be there at halftime. Like Berto's been there all 2 or 3 years
Every
that
time.
they've been together on
Every
time,
time.
making sure that team is well put together. He's the mastermind over there.
One of the things too that's interesting is Dave Vaughn has more sacks than any other person other than Freddie ever, but yet they still are 7th on defense this year. So my question is, what's happening on the defense for the Seahawks this year, and why haven't they been able to take their game to the next level?
Well, Ruben doesn't let his coaches really, give their input or call plays.
That's why
Devon
Ant
is
left.
there,
Yeah.
right? But he's not calling anything. It's all Ruben running the same system, same defense. That's why Ant got up and left. And we see.
So
how that-
Devon about to start his
And
own franchise.
Makes sense.
What's the Ant's defense rank?
Number one.
number one.
And Ortiz didn't want him to coach the defense over there.
No. Nope.
Interesting.
Yep.
So the prediction here is Davon's going to lead the next great team.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Once
I think that's 89% chance.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think even for me, like some guys that kind of watch out for. Sid could arguably be the MVP. Him and a couple players are right in there for that MVP race.
He's a human highlight reel.
Right. But the Seahawks quarterback, he hasn't been so bad either. I think his first year, he could definitely be a candidate for Rookie of the Year. And I still think he's trying to figure it out. So. The Texans better hope that he doesn't figure it out against them because he has weapons that he can throw the ball to. There's only, I think, 3 players in the league who has double-digit touchdowns, and Cordell is one of them.
Yeah.
He has 18 catches, 11 touchdowns.
Is that number 12?
Yes, number 12.
I love that kid.
Gotcha. Yeah. So he has 11 touchdowns. I think he's second in the league or third in the league. Second. Yeah. So I think Carlos is right behind him at third. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, they've been able to move the ball. It's just defensively,
Yes, if
they
Ortiz
stay stuck
stays
in their
home,
scheme. Right.
The Seahawks win this game. He just needs to not show up.
Okay.
Just to break the curse.
So the game
Yeah,
earlier, we
Curse,
talked
don't
about
show
the
up.
Eagles just need to show up to
Yeah,
win.
yes.
For the Seahawks,
Yes.
it's the opposite.
Yes.
Coach, stay home.
Stay
Right.
home.
Stand, win.
They'll be up all night
Hands
anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Right.
just stay asleep.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So what I've been hearing too is that his parents been very supportive. Pastor Ruben and Zareda been coming to the games. They're already packing it in. They're going on
Right.
vacation. They're
This
leaving
week, they
the
won't-
day of the game. They said the game starts at 2. We're leaving at 1. And so
And they're going to be gone through next weekend, so they don't even believe
No.
that he'll be playing next weekend.
Right. Even his own father.
Wow.
Doesn't
It be your own
believe-
people,
his own
man.
mom.
It be
Yeah,
your
just,
own
you know,
people,
but-
man.
History repeats itself.
Right, but I guess that's one thing we got to give it to Pastor Ruben. He's always kept it real.
That's,
Yeah.
You know what I
is-
mean? He's always
that's a
kept it
fact.
real, so even he
That's a
knows.
fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
But
Pastor Rube knows
yeah,
What do you think Jesse believes?
that they're going to win.
Yeah.
Jesse
Oh,
believes
oh,
he's
think
in the
about it.
championship.
Jesse
Would
thinks-
you, if you really thought you had another week, would you make the biggest game, right? Have a sleepover the night
night
before,
out.
and let all you guys stay up all night long and do all
That's
that?
something you do like to have fun.
You're
to
like, all
end the
right, this is
season.
it. Hey, thank you guys for the
Yeah,
season.
let's have a good
Thank you
time.
for the season. Or is it real preparation for the next day?
He just needs an excuse as to why he doesn't get.
So
it
he
done
used this
Saturday.
to blame.
They just didn't go to sleep when I told them.
Right.
You had great players, you had a great team, and now he has an excuse behind it. Well, what happened? He's like, well,
That's actually
my
smart
kids
though,
stood up
right?
late.
Like build in the excuse.
Yes.
Right.
That's
genius. That's coaching
See,
101.
just say he's
That's
smarter.
coaching
He might be.
301.
Yeah, he's
That's
smarter
deep.
than we know sometimes.
Central
267.
268, I think.
235.
But yeah. So I guess for me, some players that kind of watch on the Seahawks. I mean, we know the players on the Texans, right? We know Tariq, we know Shamar, we know George. He could be a key player. Is George going to play? His ankle's been messed up the past 2 weeks. From what I'm hearing, is he's a game time decision. Should they rest him and get him ready? But they just don't do too well when George is not playing. You know what I mean? He left the game, lost to the Eagles. He wasn't there the first time to play the Eagles, so he's been out. Yeah. We know their roster. You know they're loaded over there. And then for the Seahawks, some guys are going to look. You got Jordan. You kind of, what's his last name? You kind of
Jordan.
Jordan Yukonovich, yeah, he's pretty well. 4 touchdowns this year, 20 catches. That's his last name, yeah. Johnny Rodriguez coming back from a vacation. He was all over the place. 21 catches. Blessing, another guy, 22 catches. So he spreads the ball pretty well. It just seems like when he gets to the end zone or his big play guy is definitely Cordell. And then you got Jacob, you know what I mean? Ramos, too, is another guy who's pretty solid, yeah. So it should be interesting, guys. I guess.
Is that Chipotle?
Yeah, that's missing. He left Chipotle, so he's no longer the hookup over there at Chipotle. But what's your score, Chris? What do you got in this game, man?
Yeah. So I think this game, actually, the Seahawks, I've had spent some time with them. They do have some really good players. I like them kids a lot.
All coaching.
And it's really good stuff.
Now, let's keep it, Chris. Hold on, man. You're leaving, Chris. Let's keep it real, man. If you was coaching that team, what would their record be?
I think that this game is going to be so close that it's going to come down to extra points, right? It's whoever gets the most extra points. And I think the Texans are going to win this one 24-23.
Chris, so somebody asked, I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago, if you were coaching this current iteration of the Seahawks,
I have no idea.
What do you think the record? Yeah, just speculate.
Just speculate.
It's your last few weeks here.
With the talent that's in the league now,
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be a lot tougher, I think, in the league.
Yeah.
With Randall, I'm sure.
There's always some weird week or something. We probably have a loss.
7-1.
One loss?
Yeah, one loss.
Maybe.
And it would be a fluke, like probably
Because
SATs,
my quarterback didn't show up.
right? SATs, prime, one of those kind of
One
deals.
thing that I give Chris credit for, he was always one of the best at putting people in the right positions.
To be successful?
Oh, man, you look at, just go start with Killer. You know what I mean? From back then, you know what I mean? Putting guys in the right position. I think Ortiz, sometimes, man, when you get wisdom, you got to listen to wisdom, even though you think you're always right. But we'll see what happens, man. So Chris said he would have went undefeated if he would have been coaching the Seahawks. You guys heard it here first. Shout out to my man Aaron. All right, go ahead, what you got?
28-25. I think it's going to be a closer game, and it's not going to be because they're going back and forth.
You guys both want to break Ortiz's heart.
Listen,
a close game like that, and then they lose, huh?
Well, it'll start off like 25-0. I mean, 28-0, and then Texans let them come back.
Gotcha.
And again, the Seahawks struggle in the goal line.
Right.
And due to struggling in the goal line, they're going to miss a couple extra points. It's going to cost them.
Interesting that you bring that up because the Seahawks, actually their second half, they score 75% of their points this year. So they always kind of start off slow. So that's an interesting point that you bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did their homework.
Yeah, it is.
That's just natural.
Yeah.
So, I think that, again, that Texans are going to win 28-25, and it's going to be due to, again, a lack of, extra points done. And, again, Ortiz just stays home. Seahawks win this game.
Gotcha. Here we go, since you're brothers to both of them.
Can a game end in like a DNF, do not finish? Like if there's another incident.
Yeah. Why do we bring first year guys on the show again?
Yeah, what the heck? Why would you wish this evil on us?
No, I don't wish it. I don't wish it. If there's a game,
he's trying to figure out if these guys would get disqualified.
right,
Could
that
he
puts us
get
in the second round. No,
Too bad your game happens first.
Yeah,
you'd already be out by then.
But I would love to see a close game.
Yeah.
The scores they predict.
Gotcha.
I just think the Texans on offense.
And you had a man crush on Sid all year long. Doing the highlights and stuff. We can see top, number one, top 10 player.
for Sid alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And for you guys that don't know, Leo picks player of the week. Sid won about 4 or 5 times on that.
Right, so it's not just me.
Right, no, not just you. I don't know if people are trying to consider that Teacup's becoming a police officer.
Right.
That his schedule might not allow him to coach next year. That everyone's trying to make this bid already kind of for Sid. And can assure you that I would come out of retirement first before you guys have it.
Davon.
There you go, Davon.
Remember, that's a defensive team. He doesn't want a quarterback. He
Yeah.
just wants a
Gotcha.
defense. So, yeah, it's probably going to be something along the lines of like 38 to 25.
Yeah, I got you.
But that's with the Seahawks scoring late to tighten it up.
This guy's he can't even keep it straight, man. He got the Texans going him out of
laughing
there.
at Ortiz
Yeah,
and his family.
that's disrespectful, man.
Blood, man.
J Squad,
That's blood.
but real quick, not you, Jay. But real quick, yeah, I think the game's gonna be a little closer. But I think it's like you guys said. I think the Texans will be probably cruising all the way through. Probably the game starts off a little close. Texans kind of pull away a little bit, and like I said, Seahawks score 75% of the points in the second half. They'll pull a little closer. The game will end. One thing that can ruin the Texans is they can be in a very emotional team. So when they're not used to playing from behind. They're not used to losing this year. So they haven't handled that too well. You know what I mean? So the emotions could play a big part. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it looked like Teacup's overwhelmed. Sometimes it looked like Berto's overwhelmed. Sometimes it looked like Allen is lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Shout out to Olive Garden. But yeah. So we'll see. Either way, like I said, man.
The tour of Italy.
Tour of Italy. Yeah, too many calories for me. Either way, it should be a great game. Can the Seahawks get their first win in the play? We already know if Chris was coaching, hands down, they will beat the Texans. But this is not the case. Can Ortiz do it? Can he push his pride aside?
And listen.
You know what I mean? And listen. Maybe change things up. Because if not, Tika will eat up that the cover 3 a little bit. But come check out the games again. That game is at a special time, 2:45. We're doing one field this week, so everyone's going to be able to watch everyone else play. And come check us out, guys. It should be a great week.